there are only 2 reasons why you still have acid reflux and just can't seem to overcome it and fix it, okay? And it took me a while to realize these 2 things, and this is why I suffered from acid reflux for so long. But once I, really took a deeper look at these 2 factors I'm about to share with you today, everything changed for me, and I was able to actually heal my acid reflux from the root within just days after 11 years of dealing with this, okay? So the first factor of why people can't seem to heal their reflux is simply because they just don't know what healthy actually means, right? Or their baseline of healthy isn't healthy enough, right? It's not. Obviously, if the foods you've been eating, right, you consider your diet pretty healthy. If the foods you've been eating for months, if not years, if not decades, aren't healing you, they're not actually healthy foods, right? For a food to be healthy, it must be healing your body, okay? So if you're eating the whole wheat bread, the organic meats, the organic milk, the yogurt, things like this, and you're still dealing with acid reflux, obviously these foods aren't healthy. Obviously these foods aren't healing the body, okay? Now, the second factor is the second factor of why people can't seem to eliminate their acid reflux, their GERD, their heartburn, is simply because they're cellularly dehydrated, okay? We were taught to just eat food and then drink with or right after our meals, right? Or when we're thirsty, we go and drink some water, okay? But this is actually not natural, okay? Our ancestors were not walking around with portable filters, filtering river and pond water, right? They didn't have these alkalizing machines. None of that, okay? They had to eat their hydration. Everything in nature that we can eat in its whole natural form contains some water content that hydrates us on a cellular level, not just on a surface level like this isolated dead water that we're all drinking does, right? We're just surface level hydrating, but we need to be cellularly hydrating, and the way to do that is to eat our hydration, okay? Even sweet potatoes have waters in them. Banana has water in it. Mangoes, plums, pears, cherries, grapes, okay? So we gotta get used to hydrating from our foods, okay? And the way we do that is we're eating more fresh living foods, okay? If you're eating more fresh living foods than you are cooked foods, this is really going to help you out, okay? This is really going to give your stomach acid a break, because when you're eating these dry, dense foods, the pasta, the pizza, the breads, the toast, the chips, the cookies, all of these require your body to produce way more stomach acid than it's used to, right? Than it's designed for, because your stomach acid was not designed to break down pizza and chips and toast and bagels and things like this. So the more of these dry foods that you're eating, these dehydrating foods, the more dehydrated you're becoming, because they have to pull out the hydration in your body in order to break it down. And the more your stomach acid has to use more work, right? And if you have acid reflux, your stomach acid is already stressed out and very weak from all of these dried foods that you've been putting in and making it break down all the time, right? Like I said, your stomach acid was not designed to break down these foreign, processed, highly processed foods. There's no pizza in nature, okay? I know it seems like we're not from nature because we're born in a hospital and we're living in these 4 walls all day, but we're from nature. Our digestion was designed in nature and for nature and nothing else, okay? So that is why when you come back to nature through your diet, right? That's the one thing we're putting in our bodies every single day. When you come back to nature through your diet, you become cellularly hydrated. Your body can reach homeostasis, a balance, right? You're giving it actual structured cellular hydration, okay? All whole forms of food, right? You're getting the fiber, the minerals, the vitamins, and the hydration that the sun put into this food for your digestion, okay? The sun is our ultimate master chef, okay? It's our charger to our battery. We're batteries, we're walking batteries. The sun is our charger, okay? And a lot of us have this toxic, unhealthy relationship with the sun because of all this processed foods and dried foods within us, okay? The sun is going to expose your diet, what is in you, okay? Your skin is your biggest organ. Whatever you put in there reflects your skin. This is why people have acne and pimples and body odor and dry skin. This is due to cellular dehydration. Same thing with acid reflux, IBS, okay? So we gotta first raise our standard, our baseline of what healthy actually is, right? Because obviously the whole wheat bread and the organic yogurt and the healthy bagels and the rice cakes are not cutting it, okay? They're too dense, too dry, require too much stomach acid. Now you can add some of these things back in moderation after you've healed your gut, okay? But while you're healing your gut, you want to stay off of all of these dried foods and processed foods, okay? Because that is going to, the more consistent you can stay with that, the more consistent your stomach acid has that time and space and room to balance out and reset and not have to use so much work. It can chill and reset while these enzymes in your food, because all these fresh nature foods contain living digestive enzymes. And these living digestive enzymes can take your stomach acid's role in breaking down the food. So now your stomach acid doesn't have to do anything, it can chill. The enzymes take the work for it, right? So this all goes to show that nature has literally everything we need to be able to heal, to be able to reset our stomach acid, give our digestive organs and muscles a break, you know? So I hope this has helped a lot. Number one, raise your standard of what healthy actually means. If it is actually healthy, it must be healing to the body, okay? It must be actually healing to the body. And then start looking at your hydration as through your foods, right? We don't need water, okay? Haven't drank water in months, okay? It doesn't really hydrate me on a cellular level, right? Like fruits and vegetables do, okay? Now, if you are going to have cooked food, totally cool. Highly recommend, instead of drinking water with that food, because the cooked food is going to dehydrate you, you instead just pair that cooked food with some cucumber slices, right? It's got those living digestive enzymes the cooked food doesn't have, got the cellular structured hydration that the cooked food doesn't have. It's got the fiber, it's got the minerals that the cooked food doesn't have, and it's really going to help your body break down that cooked food efficiently instead of just drinking water, pairing it with your cooked food, because that is just diluting your stomach acid, and we need that strong stomach acid to be able to break down our foods efficiently, okay? So like I said, raise your standard of your baseline of health. Start hydrating properly like your body was designed for, okay? Nothing in nature shows that we should be, maybe some coconuts, right? That we'd actually be drinking. But again, this is structured life force hydrating, structured hydrating energy, right? It's not just dead, isolated water that's filtered tap water, right? All this spring water and filtered water in the stores is literally just filtered acidic tap water, okay? That our body was not designed for. Very acidic, very hard. This is why you feel bloated when you drink this stuff. Very hard to digest. So we gotta start hydrating through our fruits. Start eating fruits and vegetables, fresh foods until 3 o'clock every day and watch what happens, okay? And then when you do have cooked food, eliminate the dairy, eliminate the animal products, eliminate the oils, okay? Keep it nice and steamed, simple, whole, small ingredients, 3 or 4 ingredients at most on one plate. And this is how you heal, okay? So I hope you guys have gained some value and inspiration off this video that you guys can go start implementing today or tomorrow to start feeling relief from your flare-ups. Drop a comment if you have any questions on this. Give you guys a nice little beach view. And that's all I have for you today. Happy healing, family. You can do this. You can do anything you put your mind to. Start rewiring all of your social media feeds to get rid of that triggering food content. Start following a bunch of fruitarians and raw vegans and healthy plant-based people, okay? Because what you feed your mind is a part of your diet, okay? It's not just what you put in your mouth. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. This has been Practitioner Key. Much love, happy healing. Cheers, family.